Hey guys, Kiyo here. So you guys asked your questions, and I'm here to give you some answers. So let's just skip the intro and let's get right into it. Where did the name Kiyuhime come from, and how long did it take you to create and customize her to make her so beautiful? Well, Kiyuhime, there wasn't really an origin for the name. I downloaded Blade & Soul, and I didn't know any other weebish name to find, so I just googled, did some research, looked at the lore. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I made Kiyuhime, and that's how Kiyuhime became to be. And it took me about 2 hours around that time to make the preset, but then over time, I had to keep altering. I changed races a bunch of times, I character authorized a bunch of times, I gender changed like 2 times, male and then back to female, surprisingly, if you guys didn't know that. And yeah, just a whole bunch of alterations, so in total probably like a lot of hours, probably like 5, 6, 7 hours over the course of, you know, like those alterations included. When did you first start playing Blade & Soul, and why? Around November or December, I saw a Facebook ad about Blade & Soul, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. So I decided to try it out when it first came out in open beta. I believe it was January. I even bought the Founders Pack, and I liked it. It was one of those MMOs that actually piqued my interest, because I never really played an MMO. The only MMO I really played was RuneScape, but that was like back in 5th grade, so I don't really want to count that as an MMO I played. So basically, Blade & Soul was like my first MMO, and I made a lot of new friends, met a lot of new people, and to this day I still play with them. And also the YouTube portion of Blade & Soul, I enjoy making content for you guys, and that's why I still play to this day. Do you spend money on this game, and how much? Well, let me tell you a sad story. When the game first introduced a trove event, I spent about $200 or $300, 200 keys, because it had AP gems. And new AP gems, everyone wants AP gems. So it was the Sapphire and Ruby, and I wanted both, obviously. I mainly wanted the Ruby. So I bought 200 keys, and out of those 200 keys, I only got one freaking Sapphire. So I was like, yo, my RNG sucks. I hate my life. I hate this game. Then they introduced the spring boxes, which had the amethyst and the citrine, and everyone was farming hardcore blackworm for it. So I was like, yo, I never got a citrine or amethyst because I farmed blackworm for over like 300 times and I never got one. So I tried my luck. I think about 100 or 200 boxes I bought, and I didn't get a single freaking gem. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm done swiping for this game. So in total, about like $500 I spent, and everything else, all my outfits, all my cosmetics, they're all from gold. Do you watch anime? If so, what kind of anime? Weeb XD? Well, I do watch anime, and the kinds of animes I watch are usually like action, gore, sci-fi, magic, sad, horror, mystery. You know, stuff like Gurren Lagann, Plastic Memories, Clannad, Charlotte, Akame ga Kill, Elfen Lied. You know, the gory animes or the sad animes, but mainly the sad animes. Animes that makes me want to cry. That's the type of animes I watch, at least in the present. In the past, I usually watched a lot of harem, but I've overgrown that. How old are you? Whoa, I am a whopping 20 years old. I am so old, oh my god. Okay, silly question. In some of your streams and videos, I see you play as a Lin Warlock, and in some you play as a Jin Warlock. I'm confused which race you're actually playing right now. Is it a Lin or Jin? Congrats on 1.5k subs. Whoa, Melisu, I'd like to say thank you very much. It's been a long journey to come here. And Kristen Bowles has answered that question for me. And she assuming it's a she, knows that that what I've been through, you know. Kiyo has received stream donations before where the donators specified that the funds were for a race change, and I race changed. Because obviously it's their money, and that's why they choose what I should be doing with the money. So that's what I did. But prior to the stream donations though, I did buy a lot of race changes. So yeah, I'm a Jin now, and I'm officially staying Jin. Are you single? Yep, I'm single. I'm ready to mingle. Let's go. How far is the nearest hospital? Whoa, Waker. My actual hospital is actually 4 miles away. Congrats! Favorite game of all time? Well, thank you, Tammy. And what I'd like to say, my favorite game of all time, I think I have to choose BioShock Infinite. Although I would want to choose Outlast as well, but BioShock, the series itself, it's amazing. But BioShock Infinite, it was just a huge plot twist. I love the game itself. I love the storyline. I love the gameplay. I loved everything about it. I love the scenery and everything. So yeah, I'd like to say BioShock Infinite's my number 1, but kind of tied to Outlast. If you haven't before, would you detail your process for getting your screenshots looking so nice? I know you say you don't use the in-game screenshots, so I'm curious how you do it. Well, Kristen, what I use is a program called Fraps, which is a video and picture taking software. I max out my settings in-game, I go to a good place with good shaders, and I use Fraps to take the screenshot. And with that screenshot, I go to Photoshop and I edit my photos diligently for a couple of hours, sometimes even a day. I do not wish to give away the secret on how I edit my pictures, as it is very time consuming as well, but maybe one of these days. What's your favorite class and race? Well, my favorite class is definitely Warlock. I will never get bored of Warlock, and I will continue to keep playing Warlock. And as for race, I like Jhin. I like Jhin a lot, but it's kind of tied with Yun's. But yeah, Jhin definitely though, just a bit higher than Yun's. Do you have an actual stream schedule, or just stream when you feel like it? And what other games do you play? Well, I do not have an actual stream schedule, though I have been planning to stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, but I'm still thinking about it. As of now, I still stream every day basically. I stream my dailies and stuff like that, and then just log off and stop the stream unless I'm doing a Black Tower raid. And other games, I used to play CSGO. I used to play a lot of it, but I've stopped playing it entirely. Overwatch as well. I do have these types of games. I played a lot of first-person shooters, but ever since Blade & Soul, I've only really had time to play Blade & Soul. Do you have trouble versus a Sin with skill like you? Oh, and don't thank us, thank you for your content. Okay, one, I'd like to say I'm not that great in PvP. Against Sins, I'm kind of 50-50. I keep facing some Sins that go PvE bombard and blue buff on me and shit like that, which totes me, and some Sins who just run away every time I summon my Thrall or if I'm in my Sanctum. That's it, they just run away and wall hug. So, it's kinda hard. They're relatively alright for me. On a scale from 1 to 10, how potato is your PC? Frickin' potato, alright? My question is legendary accessory rare drop, and what's the best way to get them fast? Well, there is no best way to get them. The only way you can really get them is by farming, and that's what I did. I hardcore farmed for a whole week straight, 14 hours a day, streamed it all, and I ended up getting it for 100 gold. Second question, what's the best shields to get? You're an HM10 Warlock? Well, to me, I would just jump right into MSP and just get your legendary soul shields, honestly. What are your thoughts on upgrade costs getting lowered? Well, in my opinion, as a free-to-play player, especially since I stopped swiping at least, I think it's fair. Although it is a bit unfortunate that those of us who upgraded without having to deal with any upgrade costs getting deducted, I think it's fair. It will increase the player base because it's going to be much more easier for newer players to catch up on gear. And I've also noticed that a lot of new players who I've talked to, they keep talking about, for example, honorary ornaments being bidded out of their gold cost because the people who are in my stage need ornaments too, and they're obviously at endgame. So I feel like this deduction of upgrading is a very good part for the player base and the community of the newer and lower geared players. Are you planning on switching to Ice build for Warlock from Shadow? Well, Hank, to be honest, I'm not quite sure. Once I get my Ice accessories, I'll probably think about it, but I'm still going to be maining Shadow no matter what. I like Shadow a lot more, I like the playstyle, and I'm gonna keep dealing with it. But at times where I had to use Ice, such as 420, or for Tower of Infinity, or for bigger boss or something, it depends. It really depends, but I'll definitely still be playing Shadow. Who's the best Warlock NA? I am, of course. No, I'm just kidding. Don't take my word. When you get in Chakma, you bitch. Well, Casey Ann, or known as Silver Tiger, heh, lapping ass bitch. I'm gonna get Chakma when energy freaking drops. Alright, calm your titties. Why do you never have gold on stream? Well, usually the reason was because of fashion. I love fashion. Everyone knows that. But ever since the Trove, I was just so focused on gearing my character. So I basically used my gold. Every time I earned gold, I would use it to upgrade something. Because I had the ability to, I just never had the gold for it. When is Just Playing So Things number 7 coming out? I don't know. Anyways guys, thank you for tuning in. That basically wraps up all the questions that's been asked in the Q&A video. I hope you guys are satisfied with the answers I've given, and I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Expect Just Playing So Things around the summer because I'm still gathering clips. It's a long process. Trust me, I will get it to you guys. Take it easy. I'm out, and I'll see you guys in the next.
Hey y'all, how big's your dick?
Did I just miss a question?